Namaste and welcome to your yoga practice. You are here because you've made a choice to be in your body today, and that is already a victory and cause for celebration. So, acknowledging this beautiful choice you've made for yourself, let's go ahead and start in a seat. And we'll place the hands on the legs on your lap. You're welcome to sit with your legs crossed, or if you prefer to sit on your knees, that works as well. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. And as you close down your eyes, make a choice about the placement of your hands. If you prefer to have the palms down or the palms facing up, acknowledging your needs and this symbolic gesture of your hands. If you chose to have the palms planted down, you are inviting a sense of grounding and connection with yourself. Just notice if there's a little bit of anxiety or a feeling of being scattered. And if you chose to bring the palms facing up, this is more of a kind of opening, assuming that you're already feeling pretty well grounded and you have the capacity to receive incoming information, incoming stimuli, sensation. And really closing down the eyes and fully coming into the space of your practice. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose and an open mouth exhale, releasing any thoughts about the past. Another deep breath in through the nose. Open mouth exhale, releasing any thoughts about the future. And a deep breath in. Open mouth exhale as you release any judgments about yourself or your practice. From here, sealing the lips, constricting the throat ever so slightly, you begin to find the rhythm of your Ujjayi breath. Victorious breath. Deep inhale through the nose. Pausing. Deep exhale through the nose. Give yourself about 4 more rounds of this breath. See if you can find a steady rhythm of the inhale and exhale. So much presence and patience that you're not rushing your breath. Perhaps settling upon an intention for your practice today. What are you inviting in? And what are you releasing in this time? Continuing with that breath, take your next inhale, opening the eyes. Reach the arms up overhead. Interlacing fingers, flip the palms up towards sky, squeezing the biceps towards the ears, lengthening through the torso. Relaxing your jaw, but still maintaining that powerful breath. Releasing the arms out to your sides and then wrapping right arm over left. You can give yourself a hug and squeeze a little vagus nerve stimulation, or perhaps taking the palms together And wrapping in Garudasana arms. Let the shoulders descend down the spine and the crown of the head reaching upwards. Notice if you are unconsciously rounding through the spine, and see if you can just allow the spine to have a happy arch. Nothing is forced here, so just feeling into what feels best for you. Bottom of that exhale, opening the arms out wide. Switching sides, left arm over the right. Hug, perhaps wrap. Sending the shoulders down and back, heart lifting up. Keeping the angle of the head neutral. One more big breath in and out. Take a deep inhale. And on the exhale, beginning to unwrap the arms. Let's come into our tabletop shape. Taking the wrists under the shoulders and knees under the hips, begin to move freely through the spine. So you can explore those cat-cow movements. Inhale, arching the back. Exhale, rounding the spine. Maybe side to side waves. Imagine how a snake moves. Let the movement begin in the belly and be dispersed all the way through the tailbone and crown of the head. Perhaps barrel rolls, just moving hips, torso, head in a circular, fluid fashion. And you're always welcome to close your eyes and just feel what works best for you as you just connect with your spine, warm up, notice what feels tight or tense. Inhale in your own time, coming into a neutral spine. So the knees are hip distance apart. You're gonna untuck your toes. Let's send the right hip down all the way to the mat. It's okay if the left knee lifts, and just look over that left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. And exhale, let that left hip drop. Looking over the right side. Good. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, right. Inhale, center. Exhale, left. Inhale, back to center. Big toes touch, sit back towards the heels, take a child's pose, slide the arms forward, rest the forehead down. See just how much space you can grow along the side of the body. From your hips to your armpits, from your armpits to your hands. And just allowing the tailbone to sink back and down. Another slow, deep breath where you are. Examine how you're feeling. If the breath feels like it's flowing freely and you'd like to take it a little deeper, you're welcome to slide the hands forward, lift up through the hips, and start to bring your heart down towards the ground. Allow the forehead or chin to rest on the mat. Anahatasana, heart-centered pose, if this is appropriate for you today. If you're still in your first version of that child's pose, you're welcome to just connect with the energy of the heart and the guts and just allow everything to kind of melt down. Generous offering here. And just feel yourself being held by the ground. On your next inhale, make your way back up to tabletop, finding your neutral spine. We'll send that right leg back, left arm forward. You're welcome to flex through the right foot to feel a little bit more power and control through that right leg. Inhale, lengthen, left arm away from that right leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, you're gonna send right leg out to the right and left arm out to the left. So it feels kind of awkward. You're bending at the elbow and knee. Exhale, bring it back together. Inhale, extend forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend out to the side. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend forward and back. And this time on the exhale, we'll bend that right knee and catch the inside of the right foot with the left hand, if that's appropriate. If not, you're welcome to just keep the left arm forward, right arm back, right leg back, and just play with that balancing tabletop. On the next exhale, we'll release. Take the left hand down, right leg kicks out to the right side, resting on the big toe on the right side. Inhale, left arm reaches up high. Exhale, thread it through. Rest down on the left side of the head, down to your temple. Option to reach right arm towards top of the mat or choosing to wrap around the low back. Send yourself some luscious breaths. Next exhale, unwrapping the arms. Take the hands back towards the top of the mat. Sit back towards that left heel. Sink back in a modified child's pose. Inhale, shifting back into neutral spine. Send the right knee under the right hip. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Just let everything kind of reset here. We'll try it again on the second side. Left leg moves back. You can flex through that left foot. Right arm reaches forward. Take a deep breath in. Feel the arms and legs moving away from each other. Exhale, taking elbow to knee. Inhale, extend. Actually, rather, I'm so sorry. Send it off to the side. Left leg off to the left. Right arm off to the right. Sometimes I lose myself. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reaching forward and back. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, off to the side. Right arm out to the right. Left leg out to the left. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, extend forward and back. And this time we're gonna bend, option, bend into that left knee, catch the left foot with the right hand. Always an option to just keep the arms and legs reaching away from each other. You're still doing a lot of balancing work. And bottom of that exhale, send right hand down to the right, left leg off to the left, resting on the left big toe. Inhale, right arm reaches up. Exhale, thread it through. Come down to the right temple. And again, left hand can walk towards top of the mat, or you can choose to wrap it around the low back. Bottom of that exhale, start to take your hands back in front of you. Keep that left leg off to the left. Walk the hands towards the top of the mat and sit back towards the right heel. Modified child's pose. And take just one more breath here. Inhale, shift your way back to your tabletop. Take that left knee under the left hip. Tuck the toes. Press into the hands and feet. Inhale, lift and hover the knees, rounding through the spine. Let it dome. Feel the navel squeezing into your spine, a little core activation. And exhale, send the hips up. Take a deep breath in. Feel the length in the back of the legs. Next exhale, hover those knees again, round the spine. Inhale, send the hips up high. Exhale, hover the knees. Inhale, hips reaching up. Exhale, hover the knees. Hold here 3 breaths. Feel the core really squeezing in. You're doing great. Send the hips up at the bottom of that exhale. Settle into your downward facing dog. Feel free to bend into the knees one at a time. Warming up the feet, rocking up on the tippy toes and back down. Hips can move side to side. Just kind of flowing and feeling. And when you feel nicely warm in your legs, go ahead and just press into the arms. Let the tailbone fly up towards the sky. Really feeling your weight start to shift back towards the feet. And encouraging a little more heaviness into your heels as you engage your quadriceps. Keep the head and neck relaxed as you look towards your legs. On your next inhale, let's look towards the hands, step or hop the feet forward, nice and quiet if you're hopping. Inhale, arriving on the feet, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. You might spend some time here bending one knee at a time. When you feel a little warmer there, you can kind of hang out. You're welcome to keep both knees bent and slowly begin to straighten through the back of the legs. Keeping the head relaxed. Hands don't have to reach anywhere in particular. You don't have to touch the ground or your feet, but you do want to anchor them somewhere, maybe even just on the shins, if that feels more appropriate. Let's walk the feet out hip distance apart. Bend deeply through both knees. Hold opposite shoulders, or elbows rather, and just hang out here like a pendulum, rocking side to side. You can also hold the shoulders, that works too. Beautiful. Coming into stillness, bring your hands back down, step the feet back one at a time, finding a plank pose. So for your plank pose, you want to feel the shoulders hovering over the wrists and the hips in line with the shoulders as well. If your wrists are giving you trouble, you're welcome to come down to your forearms. So depending on what you choose, forearms or hands, you're going to either take your left hand towards the center, rotate to the outer edge of the left foot, finding a side plank, or you can take that forearm variation, bringing the left forearm down, but you want the fingers to face the long side of the mat, stacking left hip over right, stacking right hip over left, and reaching that right arm up high. Woo! Squeeze through the left side oblique, get nice and strong. Exhale, return back to center on the hands or forearms, and take the right hand down long ways, stacking left hip over right this time, side plank or side plank variation on the other side. Squeezing through that right side oblique, so strong. Exhale, come back to center, and if you chose your forearms, you can return back to your hands, shifting forward. Bend those elbows. You're welcome to come to the knees, a little yogi push-up. You might come all the way down or hover. Inhale, send the heart forward, roll the shoulders back, resting on top of the feet, engaging the legs. You might feel the kneecaps lift. And exhale again, downward facing dog. Inhale, looking at the hands, step or float the feet forward. Hands on the legs, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale again to fold. Inhale, take the arms up all the way as you come to standing. Take up lots of space, a reverse swan dive. Arriving at the top of the mat, hands come to heart center. Observing Samasthiti, a place of balance, just resetting yourself. There are lots of moments that you have an opportunity to just kind of check out your thoughts, check out your breath, take a little inventory, notice what feels like it got a little wonky, and just invite yourself back in. Let's flow through one round of Surya Namaskara B. So, big toes touch. We're gonna bend the knees and sink the hips on the exhale. Inhale, sweep the arms up by the ears. Gazing up at the space between the hands or above the hands. As you feel the tailbone getting very heavy, simultaneously you feel the opposite motion, the opposite energy through the arms, a sense of elevation and expansion. One more breath, let that exhale move all the way down into your feet. Inhale, swimming all the way up, and swan dive. Take up lots of space as you fold forward. Inhale, hands on the legs, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. You can step the feet back to your plank, or you can also choose to hop the feet back with the elbows already bent, as if you already arrived in that push-up. Wherever you chose, use your inhale to send the heart forward. Roll the shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking the feet together. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, step the right foot between the hands. Ground the left heel down. Reach the arms up, bending through the right knee. Strong through that left leg behind you. Squeezing the biceps into the ears. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take the hands down. Send that right leg back. Option to keep it lifted or settle it down. Chaturanga, little yogi push-up. Inhale, open the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Feet together. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, step it between the hands. Ground the right heel down, bending into that left knee. Rise on up. Take the arms up by the ears. Bending through the left knee. Strong through that right leg behind you. Squeezing the biceps into the ears. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take the hands down. Send that left leg back. You can always settle it back, or you can keep it lifted for more challenge. Inhale, open the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we are. Find a couple of breaths. This is another moment, another opportunity to find yourself. And always taking permission wherever is needed to rest. You can find that rest perhaps through a child's pose, coming to the knees and just allowing the head to relax down to the mat. Let's take another breath wherever you are. Inhale, looking at the hands. Step or float the feet forward. Take your hands on the legs, flat back, halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, fold. Big toes touch. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Inhale, reaching the arms up. Utkatasana, chair pose. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart. Ground down. Let your heart move forward to meet the thumbs and shoulders descending back. Balance out that breath. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, let's flutter the lips. Take another one like that. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, flutter the lips. Just feeling a nice vibration, relaxing the jaws, releasing any tension. Remembering not to take it all so seriously. Beautiful, inhale, reaching the arms up overhead, let's flow. Exhale as you fold forward, reverse swan dive, or swan dive rather. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Good, exhale, again, you can step back to your plank pose, coming into your push-up, or you can choose to hop back already there with the elbows bent. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Stacking right hip over left. Let's bend the right knee like we're trying to kick ourselves in the butt. Looking under that right armpit. Breathing, breathing, breathing. One more breath in. Exhale, taking the right knee towards the nose, rounding the spine a little bit, and then go ahead and set that right foot forward between the hands. Grounding through the left heel. We're gonna take the left arm, sweep it back, and take that right hand in front of you, warrior two. A nice wide stance through the legs feels good. And we're just gonna kind of take a nice fluid, kind of karate-like feeling here as we transition. You're gonna take the left arm, circle it down as you lift the left heel and lower the left knee. Left arm is gonna reach up, and that right arm is gonna move towards the back of the left leg. So take your time. We'll do that a couple more times. We'll reverse that motion. So as you inhale then, send that left arm all the way back, that right arm all the way forward, tuck the left toes, ground down through the left heel, warrior two. Breathe in and out. And exhale, circle left arm back as you lift the heel, lower down to your knee. Left arm comes all the way up by the ear. And one more time, just complete that left circle, and then begin the right arm moving forward as you tuck the left toes, rise on up. Warrior two. Last one. Left arm circles up as you drop down to the left knee. And then arriving back. Warrior two. Beautiful. From here, we're going to bring our weight into the right foot. And you're going to either step the left foot next to the right, come into standing, or balance. I'm going to have to move away from my stereo set, or balance on that right foot as you lift the left knee. So just kind of stepping from warrior two into that balance. So a couple of options. You can take the right hand to the left knee, left hand to the left hip. You're also welcome to see how it feels to reach for that left foot with the right hand. And then begin to straighten that left leg out. Maybe sending that left arm all the way back behind you. Flexing through the left foot. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, but it's revolved, so it becomes Pavrita Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Balancing here. Might feel a little wobbly, that's okay, don't judge yourself. Releasing that left leg, maybe you keep it lifted as you send the left foot back, catching left foot with the left hand, right arm reaching up by the ear. Breathe in here, find your balance. Exhale, perhaps hinging forward. Dancer pose. Beautiful. Take another breath in. Exhale, release that left leg, send it all the way back. Take the hands down to the mat. Inhale, lift the right leg up high. Once again, you can stack right hip over left, bend the right knee. You're welcome also to move all the way back to your wild thing. Send the right foot back behind you, balance on that left hand, reach the right arm up by the ear. And another breath where you are. Exhale, lower all the way down. So you're going to be facing the other direction of your mat. You're going to come down to your seat. If you took that wild thing and you're kind of off your mat, we're going to readjust, come back to your mat. Right foot is planting down as the left leg is extending. So this is what it would look like if you were looking at the angle of the back of the mat. Left leg is extended, you'll see my foot is flexed. I'm gonna place my left hand down to the left side. Inhale, reach that right arm up as high as it can go. Exhale, take that right arm forward, maybe even reaching beyond the foot, that left foot. And then maybe you wrap that right arm around the leg. It's gonna feel like a funky stretch into the shoulder. Maybe you take the left hand around. It's possible to connect the hands. This is what we're looking at. And if you have this, you just kind of look down at your left knee, keep that left leg nice and strong. Try to relax and breathe as you release through the right shoulder. For a very long time, years and years, I was just grabbing onto my clothes If you happen to have access to a strap, that's also very helpful. And just trust that in time, perhaps your hands may be getting closer and you may eventually come into that shape where you can comfortably clasp the hands. So just take another breath here, relax the head. Inhale, looking up at that left foot. Release the hands, come on up. Good. Let's send that right leg out long. Lower all the way down to your back. Take a minute, you might hug your knees, rock around side to side. You're welcome to take a happy baby here, holding onto the outsides of the feet, or perhaps sending the legs straight up to sky. Just kind of circle the ankles, flex and point the feet. Play with any movement you like. Bending one knee at a time, extending the legs out. Just a little playful moment of stretch. And hugging the knees, we'll begin to rock forward and back. Build some momentum here. You're holding your hands to the back of the knees. You're going to come all the way into your seat and then fold forward towards the back of the mat, hanging the head here. Take an inhale, hands on the legs, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale again to fold. Inhale, let's come all the way up to standing. I know you're facing maybe away from your computer. Exhale, take hands to heart center. Grounding back down to your feet. Reconnecting to your breath, to your heart, to your intention. Let's try it all again on the second side. Turn towards the front of the mat. And this time we'll take it to the left side. So whatever experience you had the first time around, just let that go. Coming at this moment with fresh eyes to the best of your ability. Inhale, sweeping the arms up by the ears. Exhale, swan dive, send the heart forward, take up lots of space. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, you can plant the hands, make your way through that push-up or plank and push-up, or you can hop all the way back to chaturanga. Elbows already bent to absorb your shock. Inhale, send the heart forward, coming to the tops of the feet. Exhale, send the hips back, downward facing dog. We're gonna lift that left leg up. Stack the left hip over right, bend the knee like you're trying to kick yourself in the butt. You can look under that left armpit. One more breath in. Exhale, knee to nose. And then step that left foot all the way down in front. Ground the right heel. And then you're gonna circle right arm back, left arm forward. Virabhadrasana 2, here we are. Settle in, find your shape. You're going to simultaneously circle that right arm underneath and all the way up as you lift the right heel, lower to the right knee. Left hand can find the back of the right leg. Take a breath here, find yourself. Beautiful, and then as you continue to circle that right arm all the way back, you're going to tuck the right toes, come back into that warrior 2 left side. And again, circle right arm forward, lower to the right heel, right knee, and come to your little beautiful twisted, reversing Anjane. One more time, tuck the right toes, circle that right arm all the way back, warrior 2. Beautiful, so sending your weight into that left foot. Again, I'm gonna give myself some space from my stereo. You can either make this dynamic or come into standing, step that right foot next to the left. To make it a little more dynamic, you just bring your weight into that left foot, lift the right knee, right or left hand finds the right knee, maybe that right hand finds the right hip. Option to reach for the outside of the right foot with the left hand, kicking that right leg out. Maybe that right arm is back behind you. Parivrtta Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. If you try to take a most drastic shape, it just might not be so beneficial for you. So please consult your breath. Notice if you're moving beyond your means. Just honor yourself. You can step that right foot down if you need a little break, or take that right leg back behind you, catching inside of the right foot with the right hand. As the left arm reaches up, we can all eventually meet here. And option to hinge forward, dancer pose. Beautiful. Good. You're going to release that right leg, plant it all the way down, take the hands down, and then lift that left leg up high. Three-legged dog. Stacking left hip over right, bending the knee. And maybe a little micro bend in that right knee as you step the left foot back behind you. Find your weight into the right hand, lift the hips, take that left arm up by the ear. And then eventually we're going to come down to a seat, facing the back of the mat here once again. Left foot is planted down, right leg is extended. You can scoot your way back to your mat. As you plant, right hand down to the right side, you're going to reach that left arm up as high as you can get it. And exhale to fold forward, extending that left arm, maybe even beyond the right foot. From here, bending that left elbow, wrap your arm around your leg. And maybe grabbing your shirt, your strap, or connecting the palms. The hands can interlace or rather clasp. Not quite a full interlace. That would be challenging. Although it's possible. Engage through that right leg, staring at your knee. Find your breath here again. Relax the head, take another deep breath in and out. Relax the left shoulder. On your next inhale, looking up at that right foot, release the hands, come on all the way out of that. Extend the legs out long. This time we're going to sit up as the legs are extended. Tickle the ankles, flex and point the feet. Eventually arriving with both feet flexed. Inhale, arms reach up high. Exhale to fold, hinging at your hips. You can take your hands down to the mat, maybe on your ankles or shins, maybe around the feet, maybe connecting as you take your hands outside the feet. Always just checking out what feels aligned with you, your body, your needs for your practice today. Again, another invitation here to tune in, feel, breathe. Start to stabilize that breath if it got a little bit erratic. On your next inhale, rising all the way up. Let's lower all the way down to your back. Hugging your knees. Rocking around. Let's just take the hands to the knees. And as we have the knees together, start to circle them away from each other and all the way back together. So almost like you're rowing a boat and your knees are your oars. And circling them in the opposite direction, together and then away. And take a couple more breaths, stabilize. Let's find a happy baby, reaching for the big toe. So you can take your peace sign fingers and wrap the thumbs around, rocking side to side. See how it feels to extend one or both legs. Breathing all the while. Beautiful. Take the knees back together. Holding onto the back of the knees, you're going to rock forward and back. Get a little momentum going. And this time, before we arrive in a seat, we're actually going to come up to Navasana, boat pose. Arms and legs extend. So feel free to bend into your knees if you need. You can take any angle that feels sustainable for you. And remember to breathe. And maybe you change up the thoughts that are happening in your mind, like rather than, oh, this is kind of challenging, maybe you just smile and see what happens to the quality of your thoughts. A little facial feedback, all those yummy sensory motor neurons communicating together. Good, and then exhale. Go ahead and plant the feet, find your seat. Let's come into a forward fold here once again. I know we're facing away from the camera, perhaps. Hands come down, legs or mat. Head hangs and is relaxed. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, flutter those lips out. Blowing raspberries. Why not? Grounding into your feet. Circle the arms all the way up. Exhale, taking hands to heart center. Feel the sternum moving forward, heart lifting up. Belly hugs into the spine. Shoulders rolling back a little further if possible. And maybe you feel yourself subtly growing taller. Let's go ahead and step that left foot back behind you. Turn to face the long side of your mat. Take your hands out. Interlace the hands behind the back. Circle the shoulders all the way down. Lift up through the heart. Exhale, keeping the palms squeezing together, shoulder blades squeezing back. Fold forward here. Let the tailbone fly high. Head hangs and is relaxed. You can gaze towards your belly button if that feels manageable. You don't want to strain in your neck in any way. One more full inhale and exhale. Arriving all the way back up. Let go of the hands, circle the shoulders. Let's point the feet outward. Keep the legs wide. Bend into your knees, hands on the thighs. Wrap around. Inhale, finding center, nice and tall. Let's open the arms out. Bend at the elbows. Goddess pose. Channeling all of the strength, that graceful power that comes with being in that divine feminine force. Sink the hips down a little lower if you can. Embrace the fire in your legs. Inhale, straighten the legs. Turn the toes in. Open the arms out. Send the heart up and out. 5-pointed star, gazing up towards the sky. One more breath in. Reaching the arms away from each other. Legs away from each other. Crown of the head up, up, up. Exhale, step the feet together. Face the front of the mat. Hands to heart center. Beautiful. Let's arrive back down. We're actually going to come onto the knees. So back to your tabletop. And let's go ahead and bring the legs together. Knees together, ankles together. Sitting your hips back towards your heels. And taking your head down, resting on one side of the head. Come down to your temple as you take your arms back behind you. Just feel yourself resting. Let the spine round a little bit naturally. A lot of exciting energy through that flow. So just feel everything starting to stabilize. You might leave just a little bit of space in the knees if that feels more comfortable for you. And see how much you can offer, whatever side of the head you're resting on. How much can you offer your ear down towards the ground? And closing your eyes, please take a moment to listen. Listening to the wisdom of your environment, your body, your breath. The exchange that's happening between you and this space. It may not be any kind of language that you recognize, something more subtle, something just like a texture, maybe a flavor. Getting synesthetic about it, you might hear a flavor. You might take your hands in front of you again as you transition, or keep your arms behind you as you just turn to the other side of the head. Same thing. Close the eyes and just listen, just receive. Listen with your whole body. Feeling the expansion of the inhale and contraction of the exhale. Perfect balance. One more breath here. And let's take the hands down by the shoulders, coming all the way back up. And send the legs forward. Scoot your hips towards the heels. Take the bottoms of the feet together as you let your knees open out wide. So coming into Baddha Konasana. Hands can come to your ankles as you elevate the spine. Roll the shoulders back, even here. Again, feel that navel center hugging in towards spine. Crown of the head reaching high. So feeling into your physical body and perhaps also your energetic body. You might feel a subtle energetic holding in the pelvis, maybe a bit of a lifting through the pelvic floor, and feel that kind of begin to activate also a subtle energetic lifting and holding into the belly, navel, and maybe also see that mirrored into the throat. Chin to chest, you feel just that subtle constriction. Mula Bandha, Uddiyana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, holding the energy that you have cultivated in the center of your body. You may stay where you are or begin to fold forward, letting that energetic holding become a little more effortless. If you chose to fold forward, you can use your elbows to the inner thighs, encourage a little more heaviness through the heels, heaviness through the knees,
heaviness in the head. Anytime we fold forward, it is an act of courage, an act of surrender, letting go of control. Take your next inhale, rising up.
Keeping the legs where they are. Take right hand towards the left leg. You can hold on to the calf or maybe that left knee and take the left hand back behind you, just resting on your fingertips, keeping the spine nice and long. One more breath where you are. On the exhale, beginning to untwist. Left hand finds the right leg, maybe the calf, maybe the knee. Sit tall through the spine, take the right fingers back behind you. One more breath. Untwisting here. You can send your legs out, plant the feet, start to make your way down to your back. Hug your knees, rocking around. If there's movement that feels natural for you here in this moment, please offer that to yourself. Knowing that we're beginning to make our way into Shavasana, that final moment of rest. So whatever is needed for you to get into that place of stillness and surrender, some days it's harder to find than others. That's why we take this physical asana practice to exhaust the mind so you can rest. So if you're still flowing and moving, feel free to come in your own time. If you're ready to relax, give yourself a great big hug. You can lift the shoulder blades off the mat, bring chin towards chest, wrap one or both arms around the legs, give yourself a big squeeze. Breathing in, hold that breath. Open mouth, exhale. Let everything just release down to your mat. Legs extend, arms out at your sides. No more effort. No more effort in how your body is or what your breath is doing. No need to direct your attention anywhere in particular. Perhaps just feeling the attention and awareness being dispersed through the body. Feeling your body resting, held by the ground below. Perhaps allowing the boundaries of this body, the self, the skin, this consciousness, just get a little blurry. Feeling the union, the connection of yourself, your space, all beings. Let yourself have a delicious rest. You may stay here as long as you need. If you're ready to come out, taking the arms up overhead. One last stretch as you feel all of that open space in your body. Making your way off to one side, resting your head on your arm.
the eyes closed, begin to tune in. You made the choice to be on your mat today. That's a beautiful choice to make. And now making the choice about how you wish to move back into your day. What does that look like for you? In your own time, using your hands to make your way up to a seat. If possible, keeping the eyes closed to find as much communion and sweetness to really seal this practice in. And eventually arriving with hands together at heart center once again. Heart forward, bowing the head. And finding deep gratitude, just acknowledging what a gift it is to be in your body. It may not look and feel like anyone else's. The fact that you are able to move in any way, able to breathe. The more and more we find this practice, the more we unlock those magical moments, a little bit more freedom to be yourself. Thank you so much for being here and allowing me to guide you. If you'd like, you can join me in a round of Om to close this practice. Take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. Inhaling into Om. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste.